to become a cold, unshakable person. Fool, they still see you as mommy's little boy. It's time to awaken your coldest and most calculating self. Apply these. 1. Law of the mirror. The dark truth about you. Imagine standing in a room full of mirrors. Everywhere you look, you see your reflection. But here's the catch. Each mirror shows you something different. Some make you look powerful, others weak. Some reflect your best self, others your darkest fears. This isn't just a metaphor, it's the reality of your life. The people around you are nothing more than mirrors. What bothers you in others is what you reject in yourself. What you admire in someone is what you secretly wish to become. Have you ever hated someone for no apparent reason? Felt anger towards someone's behavior, only to realize later that you've acted the same way? Here's the key. If you want to change your world, first change what's inside you. The most cunning leaders have used this law to manipulate the masses. They understood that if they could control the reflection people saw in them, they could control their emotions. Do you want power? Learn to use the mirror to your advantage. Make people see in you what they need. And here's the real secret. Power is not in the reflection, but in the one who holds the mirror. If you want to learn how to use this law to control perception, manipulate situations in your favor, and master dark psychology, 2 great strategists control the destiny of others. Imagine this. You're in a room filled with people, all debating critical decisions. But there's one person who doesn't speak. They're watching, observing every detail. No one knows what they're thinking, yet everyone follows their rhythm. Great strategists don't need to raise their voices. Their power lies in controlling information, manipulating perceptions, and directing emotions, all without anyone noticing. They don't impose their will. Instead, they offer it as an irresistible option, making you think it was your idea. They give you what you want, but there's always a hidden price, one you'll only realize when it's too late. The real power lies in listening, observing, and analyzing. A strategist understands the flow of conversation and weaves a web of influence around them, controlling the reality without anyone realizing it. Met someone like this, the person who seems to control everything around them, making you do exactly what they want without you even noticing. The terrifying part? Anyone can learn to do this. You don't need to be a genius, you just need to understand the rules of manipulation. 3. The silence technique, the secret weapon of manipulators. Imagine this. You're in a conversation and suddenly the other person stops talking. An awkward silence fills the air. You feel an urgent need to say something, anything, to break the tension. But at that moment, they have already won. This is the power of the silence technique. The most skilled manipulators don't argue. They don't need to justify themselves. They simply remain silent and let you reveal your thoughts, your weaknesses, your true self. One of the greatest negotiators once said, "The first person to speak loses," because silence creates discomfort, and discomfort forces action. Psychological studies have shown that when a person is faced with prolonged silence, their brain desperately tries to fill the gap. And what happens? They start justifying themselves, revealing secrets, or making concessions they wouldn't have made otherwise. Think about it. How many times have you said something you later regretted just because you couldn't handle a few seconds of silence? The true masters of persuasion know that words are powerful, but silence is a weapon. Next time you're in a negotiation, an argument, or any situation where control is key, stop talking. Let the other person struggle with the silence, and watch how they hand you the advantage without even realizing it. 4. How to make someone do what you want without them noticing. Imagine this. You're in a conversation, and without the other person realizing it, you're guiding them exactly where you want. Think about the greatest manipulators in history, those who never gave direct orders, yet everyone ended up doing exactly what they wanted. How did they do it? With a psychological technique few know about, the illusion of autonomy. Here's the trick. People hate feeling controlled, but they love making decisions. So instead of imposing your will, you make them believe the idea was theirs all along. A classic example. In an experiment, researchers got 90% of participants to choose a specific option simply by giving them two alternatives, both leading to the same outcome. True manipulators don't say, "Do this." Instead, they say, "Do you want to do this? Or would you rather choose this other option?" Either choice benefits the manipulator, yet the person believes they made the decision freely. And here's the best part. You can use this in every area of your life. Business, relationships, even in everyday situations. Most people live in a game where the rules have already been written by someone else. But those who understand these principles are the ones who truly dominate.